That's a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, one reason the Rams are in the NFC Championship is because of Von Miller, the former Super Bowl MVP. The Rams traded for him earlier this year. Gerard Moncure has more. Gerard?
Christine, thanks. The trade for linebacker Von Miller was one of the many moves the Rams made over the last 10 months to get this team to a second NFC Championship game in 4 seasons. Now, since his arrival in November, Miller's recorded 7 sacks, 41 tackles in 10 games played. The Rams paid a solid price to acquire his services, and he's been worth every single penny. Recently, our Jackie Slater hooked up with the former Super Bowl MVP to talk about his move out west.
I remember the interview that they did with you. You were sitting in a car, or a truck, or something, and you really didn't seem very happy about being traded and everything. And I can understand that, man. You know, I've spent 20 seasons with the Rams, and I can only imagine how I would have felt if after my 15th year and after having gone to my 8th Pro Bowl, if I had come into that facility and they had traded me, I would have been devastated about that. So. How have you dealt with that? How have you reconciled that?
Oh, it was tough. It was tough. You know, I spent so many years there, and you know, I totally bought into being a Coloradan, you know, for life. Not even a Denver Bronco. You know, I had totally bought into the state of Colorado, the city of Denver, Colorado Springs. You know, I had totally bought into that. You know, the Rocky Mountains. You know, I felt like, you know, I was going to be a Coloradan forever, and I had just had my son. I think that's what really amplified it for me. I had just had my son. He was 2.5 months. He was 2.5 months old when I had left. So, and I had just had so many roots there. And all of these players that I had, all of my brothers, you know, I saw these guys in college. I saw them get drafted, and I saw them develop all in front of my eyes. So I truly felt like they were family. And, you know, my house, I had the same house for like 10 years. And it was just really tough for me to let go that fast. You know, if it was the off season, you get a time period to like say your goodbyes and go through and like, you know, shake all the people's hands and have, you know, a special moment with all these people that have been so instrumental in my career. But I didn't have that. I had about 45 seconds to a minute with all of these guys. You know, I'm walking through the facility, you know, telling all the guys that I love them, telling everybody I appreciate them. And it really just didn't feel like enough. It didn't feel like, you know, even if you had a whole year to say your goodbyes, that's still not enough. But, you know, the short period of time that I had, because I had to get right out here the next day, it just didn't feel like enough time to say my goodbyes to everybody. I was missing my son. And, yeah, it was an emotional time for me. But I look at it like pulling out a splinter. You know, it was, you know, we were going through rough times, you know, with the Denver Broncos. And, you know, I didn't want to leave. They pulled me out of there, and the Denver Broncos did right by me by sending me to, you know, a legendary franchise with legendary players.
Great stuff by Jackie and Von Miller. Candid stuff. All right, Fox 11 is your home for the NFC Championship with your LA Rams. The action begins early Sunday at 10 a.m. Don't miss our special Fox 11 News Game Day edition at 2 p.m. We have your Fox 11 pregame live from SoFi Stadium. And then it's the NFC Championship game, Rams and Niners, followed by Fox 11's live postgame. And then at 9 p.m., a special sports wrap to wrap up one incredible day of football. You know, Von Miller, by the way, he's only 32 years old. And when he got here, there was talk that he maybe would go back to Denver after, you know, reach free agency after this season. Well, he told the great Al Michaels, and this was on the broadcast of the game against the Buccaneers, that he'd like to finish his career now with the Rams.
And we'd like to have him finish his career with the Rams. All right, hang on, Gerard.